The attendance report here, no. Key areas are Mode 2 Jano. Say President and Kufuado. Ka ho pa ne mamulu suye. Ananse bibi fufu bi ayini.
Oh, Mami, and kind executive summary.
Okay.
As a kind executive summary now. And I'll bet you
But
summary no, can be. Say the research revealed the following as major causes.
Okay.
Of our defeat. Number 1 here, the current delegate system of selecting party leaders.
Okay.
Including polling station, electoral area, constituency, regional and national offices, as well as parliamentary and presidential candidates.
Right.
The choir fasu yi nipa ewo some party no ewo various levels, polling station for electoral area coordinators, constituency executives, regional executives, and national executives. That's how the edi nya. Na afi choir fasu nso yi parliamentary candidates, any presidential candidates. The edikanya amanfo kan ho asem pa no. It also be will say the general economic hardship in the country during the period under review. Say ahochira na ba o man no mu. So mekai 2017 eto aba man anado abaye president. O de ho be kire otumfo. Na obaye no otumfo da no ka asem bi. O ka say o say a come any brie and ma Ghana for to abetia John Mahama
come near bufu
a come near bufu and ma Ghana for to abetia John Mahama na what be say sad ye no e ba a come near bufu no ba sa bufu no a come near bufu na be hwe so to abetia Kufuado abai enia sa ahochira no o man mu no enso ka ho ene ma ye to aba na ye di nkugu.
Okay.
It also means, and I said, to be, or say the perception of corruption tag. The perception of corruption tag. Say, Ketasheni Proya and Uncle for Kahwasem. Say, no crescent, no cray. Or say, sir, Nipadi many buoy. Say, yes, MPP for no, Ketasheni Proye Abba, but also come. No, say the leadership style of President Nanado Dankwa, which people perceived as single-minded and intransigent. Say na menu na otiano. Mo fa asene na all kana. Eh nkrofo sa na mo omo anisu no na omo dwene. O say no eka ho. O say the perception that government was controlled by the family of President Kufuado. Say as a buy no nkrofo no mo keka say Kufuado oni na busuafo nko na age bibia aboso. Sa asem no party no anasa abana ntini enye mfiri ho. The ekudi amanfo bi adwenem. So no say no ka ho bi. And the perception that the president single-handedly controlled the party. Say ebinum say as a party no ankasa no president dey ahye ne motuam. Wo pe no oye. What you say? Ebinum adwen mu no. Na sa asem no so ebeto ho no so as aban no any party no entimi anka ho asem man na mfi nkrofo trim. Ye eno so affecte abato no nyansu so abato no. And will say the perception that the candidate was a shadow of the president. So we're the vice president. And I say, Kufuado person was in Yebiano, and I say, be a trabana, Emmanuel,
Kufuado reincarnate.
Chapter 3. So there was in Nipani B, and so I no can be. And will say, Ibinum so no more can say. President vice president where Mampusini na Mampusi for ne kusasi for ntoka eno obokono ne ho frofore mu.
Okay,
because nre yi na obi na meti obi radio so na kusasi for ne Mampusi for nyantoka oboko a asante for the fair hobe. That person unim the dynamics wo mu because onimwa and I say onim and all cano ebeto abano there were kusasi elders in penifo amba ashanti region ha ebedi be 10 days moving from baby settlements am just kusasi for no no mo kasa ansem na kire wo mo call such a from plains even yeni habe kwai constituency half one no more. They were there. And it affected
Seba umia ye man prusi ni wampe kusasi for us.
Nti na omo koye no amanfo kan sa asem na kire wo mo. Afei ebinom se ebi kan se aban no neglect Ashanti region e development team.
Okay.
Especially infrastructure, roads, any other. Can you imagine say omoko mampong na mampong for mampong ne offensive north mampong for de omoka say na mampong mo complain say mo hunu he mo hwe mampong group akwan aban na ye omso penia no kasa ma wo so mampong de dweta akonya na yen ya asante ye political capital ye administrative capital ye traditional capital any Kumase so ye mambo no anye Kumase a wonya hwe mas
yeah
and no moke kan be kan so am interchange what you say and some people felt say as abani yineni efi asante so then party no ankasa nzu munsem say almost there was a disconnect between the original party and the regional party and the constituency parties and the ensem no edoso afi ebinim say conflicts ntabantawa ne wuku no mu a yamfe ani ensi so
o ma ankasa mu
party no ankasa mu constituency parties no ankasa mu any region eho so ntabantawa wo ho a yamfe ani ensi so na ebinim omo kire mu say from 2016 abato no mu and the sansem no sorry by a to abana ye wini ye nya ne bumunti no ye nya ne bumunti no asenkofo any free so and nso so when about 2020 2020 no afi yaba no so the margin of victory no from almost 1 million no it by 500,000 about 50%. 2021 no a season ye T committee say ye hwem committee no ye emunsem kura no finance na amabonti me as the majority leader when I even requested for a copy of the findings no there were 2 committees report no manya bi
wa wanya bi
nansa ne afi na report no Ashanti region report no e bae no nansa ne obi akofa sa report na beto social media what you say you hear ayi findings no now see the good thing is that the was a report no no nia Ashanti team no kofa ekohwe no amoka no it's about the same thing. What does it mean? That's 4 years ago. What does it mean? Like you say, nka report about discussing any who and na mo was here tua maybe abedri ebi anka medusa
papa mama busa edrume bi na Ghana for kasai it was so loud to the extent that ultimately say Ghana for can accommodate na ekufo ado ne kasa yi kwa abre for kasa businessmen e kasa. It was very clear. Nyɛ di bibi ase na Ghana for mi o ma no. It was so clear, but the response na eba ni nyina yet say ente say de mo ka no. Enti I don't know how to ask. Didn't answer MPP before you surprise bibi say yes. Because it was clear say the na omane kono based on data and research no. In fact the current CDD report was that we Ghana edru baby cry there we Ghana for 10 mu 9 say the country is heading towards the wrong direction. It was clear. So why is MPP so surprised about this defeat?
Yes, ni wutwa we nse na chia.
Nti we dey na mu hu na enye ne e ka kire mu.
Oh, ye mu bi ne ye hu bibi kakra. You see, let's face it. You see, since 1992, aban bia ntim break 18 da.
Right.
So that in itself na a big hurdle. Then we had economic hardships that you can was me. So na e bin si sada COVID-19 and its effect ni ehunu bi da. E bia say ehunu bi da. Afi ye be ni ma senke ye peye mu ana Russia ni Ukraine to kwanso san bae. People as well in Russia and Ukraine to Canada and who's one saying, and who's also be bring my You remember, young Quara never or Mamma almost catch up a normal school. Wouldn't him say, steel products, iron rods, Nema, na usual Memuno. Close to 60% if Ukraine and Hebrei. And then, iron rods, nebo. Fertilizer, I usual Memuno. Over 30% if Ukraine and neighbor. Omodiano are very cheap and so. A summer you use in Ghana, wheat and wheat products are used in Ghana, I say. About 50% if Ukraine and neighbor. Oh, maybe a pound on the size of one could do. All these things, na account.
But they were saying, say yes, they agree, say no, we are saying.
Yes.
But leader now, betimia can some money panel. So I say, unisika. Dada mamisika but kwa dada beka sa atra abofrano nim se ni papa niska but at least or try bibi but I said that papa na no te so no ene ne mana na etwa no ho ahie defend no so ko kan say okay Russia Ukraine na se for but won so ye bibi a na response na aba no ye bibi foforo
asa ye kwa ni mu ni esuade see sometimes any pan so utimi ye complacent. Especially so if you say the mommy also gonna for appreciate it power. Oh na fe nipa so be nipa etwa nipa ho hia no so enso come because maybe nipa nyina na be ko a o me kamu no kre a kire papa no
but we were told say na Akufo the experience
and I'm saying nipa nyina be ko ho
onim o share bo so be different government from John Mahama in fact in 2016 manifesto no ne forward no say Ghanaians are in crisis. Ghana is in crisis. A crisis which is created and sustained by the Mahama-led government, mismanagement, corruption, incompetence. Into an bar, obey different government. No, enye te se onwani botom, nemum Ghana food yenina. So this was somebody in him so he experienced. In fact, Kofobi Crackers and an Akufo-Addo and Winia. One be president and Kebuguswa su say Adentiniama na Akufo-Addo. The other thing and Kofo can want is the arrogance pusher. And I think I say no do I say more kind of diplomacy. But Ghana for feel say na Akufo-Addo no ya hantai no ye je ne kasa ne nye oba kwa abiri ne nsem o kan kra no mpanyifo bi e wo entimi ankasa papa de o kan ye die eni kwan so kasa. The other thing was the Napo factor and also mu defending no nsem o kan ye. The other thing was the regional minister Honorable Mensah and also was a factor in Ashanti region where they felt say the Num Kasanya ni posture as a minister and yet these things were clear, people said it, and yet Yenyankofo mu defend ye. So I ask again, why are you surprised that you lost?
Oh, so make us say see ekweni mu ni esuade me ye ba many candidate no Ashanti region like extremely Ashanti region in particular. There was something that I saw. Say, Beumia, since 1992, a bar Fourth Republic. Many presidential candidates, almost all of them, Abba 9, Yanantekakra. I saw this man as a man at a different level. The Yako campaign, Papanon Kasaimu. The way he breaks things down, constituency be obeko na all kasa. Constituency be ekwe be I know 3 engagements. One only clergy and the business community ekushia. Christopher Nkramofo one more business ono mushia. One na nama him fukushia. Asana yaba a rally grounds. Na onam constituency no obekukuru bi so no si nanti bi adwom church amanfo e kasa kakra kire wo mansa na yakoye sa 3 major engagements no pe bi beku bi a wo kasa he speaks for about 1 hour ni vision ni swadi hu de mankrofo o kan nyina me hu bi da 3 hours constituency bia na constituency de bia so ne e 3 constituencies. What it meant was that he was speaking for 9 hours
a day.
If you hana me pitino, why me mobo? because be na jube no hwe no kono no nam na or kasa. You could see the honesty and sincerity in him, the humility in him. What you say? But then na me ka say me ni obia ye nante ma presidential candidate bia nyesa. Beko baby no presidential candidate be kasa we kasa ya arrange ho we kasa bia be do no so ni bia is about the 6 person. It speaks about 5 minutes 10 minutes near move. This was a different campaign strategy because no who say there no more thing. But minia ye nam so ana ye ko if you come say anopa o so wo ko be kwai ke kane no wo ko no amanfo be hu se papa e tibas munye yi convoy hwihwi bia onam ke bia euphoria eni giankrofo te se twemu amode di America fikro no be e be hia kwa no pagya yensa keke no. This time it was not there.
Munama
it was not there.
KBMPP flag ba umi but said they no more yakofo
ne. So that we in a real battle. Immediate na me who signals and say I no heading. But then we're still believing say and I met my page. In fact, say and you say to about December na ke ko to be August. Maybe it can be 30% be. I'm being candid.
Yeah.
You to about be August. So I'm na more thing. Yeah. But be ni mu no afi na economy no kra so improve kakra. Ono atisi mu no nam fom na manfo hunu nanum kasa yetie no because ene asofo mpanifo bi ko hia apa ne kasa ene sof pani bi ana ugina menche bo mabeti o say leader, this man is a good man. So for pani pa bi o say this man is a good man. And I can feel his sincerity and humility.
Is it normally humility in account?
Yes.
That's like Ghanaians were concerned with humility.
Yes. Well, say I can. Oh, who will be on them? Until we are not familiar. Until Najidi say there were a lot of things. Any medical yakano, a binum cracker, a micrame horse and baby. I'm baby horse and baby. Muse me a santini na kwaya. Amo maybe course ma me resign ye say ni they mentioned also honorable Kokukwatin.
Oh yeah, okay.
So say Osei he almost lost the primaries.
Yeah.
And any abattoir na ankasa. Now people felt that it was a conspiracy against Ashantis and so on and so forth. And these things they spoke to. And name no doso.
Right.
I mean they me madwin say e betimi ehunu wei na enya suohunu bi afiri mu
na mesua
na ebeboa no mesua me gidi say besua because see 2008 you talk about na you lose you know those days come say abonte ha bisa obi a say kwan ben so na ilusi obi am say odene hu shem class or to abama NDC even though we had lost.
Yeah.
This time around ye lost no we are we no e finfram pa money hane we de nyani hane kwa ma a giant asintasi so what you say. But then you go to a place and people are not ashamed
to say
they come to you say ye kasa them say went in your draba went in your draba niti amo most sa manamo ya ye besan yaba.
Okay,
to me that is happy news, that is good news. People want to be sincere with you.
So most sa
e
but see a problem no I think we have just 2 minutes. See a problem ne ba ko ye na Akufo-Addo. Would you still allow Nana Akufo-Addo to have an influence in your party?
Oh, sir, as a president, he was the leader of the party. So, see, on your president, he's no longer the leader of the party. That's what you see. But President Akufo is no longer the leader of the party. I was still listening to the advice of President Akufo.
Yeah.
And Timijiri say, Akufo-Addo, on your leader, build ye. And so, I'm so be leader paying or a presidential candidate. Assembly ha beti na dwene.
Now oji tu mu say oka ho na
let's face it and so. Akufo-Addo ye name be brain so. What you say? Whoever will succeed this will be the leader of the party, no. Where they are going forward, no. You want to build on the achievements of Akufo-Addo.
Which is clear, but I say the other side of Akufo-Addo na Ghana form pay. And also can who no mudi to tia and then for me say me cramen to men this about me amen koto because of Akufo-Addo factor no. I am just saying say how would you allow Nana Akufo-Addo to influence moving forward? Because even in the next 4 years it's going to be very difficult if it goes by this line if you are my one if you are many city nibi. So we are looking at the Akufo-Addo factor or contribute here why are there but need there now ma more way no and no more by any day.
Say it me enema anhyehyɛ yi nti a nkrofo aka ho asɛm akyerɛ yi Emma yetimi yeso timi te ba be 50 seats then na kyerɛ say ɛhyɛ nneɛma yi a yentimi saa 50 seats no or perhaps more yentimi nya back
nti meka ka kyerɛ Nana Akufo-Addo say on sakyera na on kasa yi anaso be de
oh masa o pese I don't know personalize issues no.
Oh, me personalize it say ka ho.
So ma say crew an mpa me ho. Wait. Ye nyina ye party back ho. Ye party back ho. Nyansa so ni di papa ko trim. Enti ye ne ayi betutu ye hofo. What you say? Yes.
Finally Bawumia mun repeating and say other candidates in bra. Bawumia.
Oh minia. Research ye. Ashanti region out 1 out of 16 regions near ye. I'll tell you something. Baby, teams ne call you no. Bisa questions ni nyina wie na mo de Bawumia de abem so kuku ID no. Bawumia say bia oye sremi for the first time abedi inye sremi abedi party and I say for the first time kremuni bedi ekorenim e kan bi. Omo bisa mo no de abaka say nipa ni nyina constituency bia mo ko bi. Debi
And your religion as
and your religion as a
cremosem.
What you say?
Okay.
Say eno nye factor. Dia na mo kaso wono dia yira oyire no hono dia ehunu bi da. Say if sasasem no we Ashanti region kwa o. Say regions no ne nia omo ye nyina be share ne ma so it had nothing to do with him. Ne maybe jeje ono kra bi anka yenkugo no betima aye more than data.
What you push out
41 almost 42% there. Why then change a winner?
Okay.
Now so other regions so dear ba maybe I can you know say oh onokra mo de sa Ashanti na mo ye na ha ne hande
okay
ebia
I get it
o kan ho nti bia about 20 30 40% of a defeat no attributable to him there.
Oh okay.
Why do you repeat him?
What
you say?
But the
Nyendru.
We Ashanti
dear.
Okay.
Ya chire say. Enye kremosem, enye siremosem.
Enye Bawumia asem. Bibintia. Okay. Na mesremo asema waken, wodi we yeka no. Em say me bae na mo ka Dr. Matthew Poku Prempa asem den. No moka.
No can be. Okay, we say no more. But who say we beat him when the tea say baby? Okay. Binia, Aminka, the Moka a far ne home. Acquire by me, acquire na pobe ye running meet. Me dimu tinti my empire. What I say now. At the very outset, when people felt that I should be, many penny no can say media or ruling me out.
Okay.
Even though subsequently, encophobia because I'm not to say my catch a penny and say you should rule me out, I should be the person and so on and so forth. What you say? Apparently, yes, we fit here no or agree, even though many years are discussed. Yes, we fit here no agree.
Right.
We took a lot of things into consideration.
Okay.
What you say? Eventually, when we came to Ashanti. If you say also new be fear Ashanti, and no, I make us a media me rule me out no. One of the reasons why it made me propose to Napo was one. Bawumia, why vice president he was in the executive. In the executive, you be anyone know him. And you wanted somebody or parliamentary experience.
Okay.
Or partner because you see governance, you know. parliamentary experience no a key.
Right.
As for the executive, anybody could go to the executive. But we are do probably our parliamentary experience. Secondly, sena me who fi mudia Ramashanti no ono na wache.
Okay.
Achechen ubia maybe ubia no che no na Shanti Katie Hammond and maybe 3 months or 6 months be older than him in parliament the enyimedu.
All right.
All of this the na wache o.
Okay.
Let us be executive no ko mu no so no no additional experience. And thirdly, I'm about parliament. As I no more parliament no. Say me yi me hu free hwa. Obi a oba parliament na di parliament adwuma achi eni napo.
Okay.
And that's why I spoke for him.
Okay.
Age wise, so na me feel say you do be a partner ba omi a ho. Nipa kro no. Nyame ya address ba omi a edi nkunima. Oba 2 times that person then should be able to naturally succeed him.
Right.
Seamlessly. Now, I thought age was on the side of Dr. Matthew Poku Prempeh. Maybe finally, in terms of versatility, say be our parliament no timi a year day. And no, again, I mean if you say in Ashanti no say miniwa the other person was Enapo. Finally, you see, your party no, you can't crash the one, you quite any moon. Now I say, you move your pie in we are Kufo nature Martin Crawford. We are Kufo the near Divoire in Crawford. Fortunately for us, Belmia, Kufona a discoverano.
Right.
But the Kufo in the making who he is.
Right.
Matthew Poku Prempeh. Also ni ti efi Kufo. Efi ni ti efi apejafi. Kufo fa ase na ne ba no. Na apeja hene a onye na be ko. Ne fa ase prekope na ne ba no. Ti ti efi ho. But Kufo don so na miki by Dr. Matthew Poku Prempeh.
It's a balance.
So I thought that Sanko for be no kabomu a form a strong enough bridge. So mbetimi aka part na bomu kwan so nkoso.
Right.
And it was the final reason that I considered that Emma may propose to say Yemfa Emma.
Into who analyzes our reasons we na which is fair. I mean we'll be able to look at that. After Martino. Is there a reflection to say that let's repeat him as a vice presidential candidate for Bawumia?
Like I've said,
possible.
Like I've said, say I research or Ashanti. So research na be fee outside beba. Ebe kase o sabe ni hu ni asem sa. So maybe me na me expect say ko betime deliver in fact report no kra e sa. Say when me anya ne potential papa.
Okay.
Because people were expecting say betime deliver youth no. But eno ntimi amba.
Right.
What you say? Doesn't mean he has to be changed. And as I saying, yeah, man reports ne fi other regions ni nyina amra.
Right.
Ye kabo mu a ho. Na say if we agree say Bawumia na eko na ono na choose ne running mate. Say nyame ye na dom na say party na say the money bill. Na say ose obe ma Dr. Matthew Prempeh because say what the bibia to scale so on balance no. Ye ntimi nunu papa. What you say? The decision is says.
All right.
But let me leave that to the whoever becomes the presidential candidate. Because you know.
That's in Nhyira. I mean, so we are part 1. I think you go down. Yeah, can you go and somewhere in there?
Why KK Kabubo and some world, some any world.
Nhyira leader, we are honored because Minister was you made, but say you know no panu about Bijna. Young Casse leader so ban temper once we are parliamentary affairs. We are now into ye car time your demand. You ban no decay. Into never say you do consul no craman or Shas here. Honorable Osei Mensah, Nyankopon Nhyira. I will say,